I just wanted to go back to Ramani's point. Actually, for me, that moment of coming back to the person came as quite a shock when I saw the film for the first time on my laptop. Was when you play Kumar Gandhar and come on, and for me that was where a certain connect back came in, where it was about your memory and your experiences and not some objective information. So I just wanted to, because it really came as a shock the first time and took me through into a very different realm. It's really beautiful.
You mentioned that people in these 26 years, with everything which has happened, have got very, very beaten down, and earlier you said something of the kind, that they, in terms of their self-esteem and what they felt, and yet the people you showed are still remarkably, they seem optimistic and cheerful and very alive, and not to mention even very hospitable. But obviously so how was your experience, from your memory of 20 years back, and now could you really sense a kind of a fall in people's aliveness and morale and everything?
Yeah, I could see the change in them. Of course, that whole spirit is still there, and it's a very rugged spirit. If you go to any of the societies all over the world, actually, it's not very peculiar to Afghanistan. If you go into interior of India, they are amazing people, and against all odds, they are still. There's rainfall. It's excessive rainfall. There's no water next year, but they have this amazing spirit, which is apparent in Afghanistan. But I could see that. People have become very suspicious. You go with a camera, and suddenly people say, "Why is he here?" People have become very suspicious. People think that they have been taken for a ride again and again, all over again, by different kinds of foreigners. The self-esteem is a very important. We are not as good as others, We're not so good. It's a very dangerous situation to be in. And so the rhetoric, this helps. We're going to do this, we're going to do this. And take a gun and kill an American. It'll give you some, Well, we could see that. I could see that the shift. It's a very thin, tired, scared, suspicious community. Because first thing, that's what I was saying, first thing, they should remove the marks. If they're trying to recreate this whole new Afghanistan, first thing we should take some cement and they put, because it's so, even now, as I was there, it was a safer kind of a time, that as we are speaking boom karke kuch aa raha hai, but it's actually true that you actually hear somewhere, and then suddenly there's a silence, and I think my wife was there, and so we all obviously, and then and then again we can get back to our lives. But this is so regular, boom, every day at least 2-3 times, and it would shock me, because but the people they got used to this. How can you get? It was so bizarre for me.
There's a lot of films, American films again, which I don't know whether it's true or not, on the Taliban brutality on Muslim Afghan women, where children are sold to old men and married off, etc., etc. Did you see anything like that? Did you see any Taliban brutality in
No, I didn't see any Taliban brutality. It didn't happen like that. I spoke to a lot of people. Yes, excesses were made. Obviously, a lot of women also supported Taliban. A lot of women also supported Taliban because they gave it some kind of some law. Because earlier there was no law. So Islamic, whatever you find here, say it had a law, and they were sticking to that, the Taliban. I won't trust the American documentary because they have to justify the killings that they are indulging in. So